Traktor Control S4mk3. Description: the DJ controller is made up of two decks with a mixer in the center. The left and right decks are laid out exactly the same. The rotary controls each have a raised position indicator with a 3/4 turn. Some have a notch centered at 12 o'clock. The endless push encoders are all notched as U10 plus they have a click on push and releases all the buttons. From the top left of each deck going towards the right you have 4 rotary controls with a center notch and a single button below each rotary. This is the FX controls for the FX Unit 1 on the left deck and FX Unit 2 on the right deck. To the right of this you have 3 small square buttons going from top down, which are Preview, Favorites and Prepare. To the right of these is a push encoder and a 4-through rectangle button below the encoder. These are the browse controls. Under these controls is the large jog wheel, and at the top left edge there are 2 round buttons. The first leftmost and slightly below the other is the reverse button, and the other is the flex mode button. Just below and to the left of the jog are another 3 round buttons. These from top down following the curve of the jog wheel from left to right are grid mode, turntable mode and jog mode button. Underneath the jog to the left you have 2 square buttons. To switch the left deck between A or C and the right deck between B or D with a single rectangle shift button below them. To the right these you have 2 push encoders with a digital display between them. Below the shift button you have the Q and play buttons on the left with the Q above the play button and 8 pads in 2 rows of 4 to the right. Above the pads and below the 2 push encoders are 5 buttons with the second and fourth being small square while the other 3 are rectangle. These 5 buttons offer the pad modes as follows from left to right: hot cue, sample, stems, record and mute. To the right these is the pitch fader with 2 buttons above it. The button directly above the pitch fader is the single lock button. The second button above that is the tempo master or reset deck button. The mixer section is made up of 4 vertical channel strips and a vertical master strip. The master strip on the right starts with the master level with the snap or quantize button below it. Below this is an output level meter displayed and the boost level, and below that are 5 mix FX select buttons. 4 square buttons arranged in a 2x2 square and a rectangle button below them. The 4 square mix FX buttons select the mix effect plus filter, while the larger rectangle button selects just the mix filter effect. Under this is no headphone mix rotary with the center notch and the earphone level rotary below that. Each channel strip from top down has the following: a small square external input button and a game rotary to the right. Below 2 FX send buttons for FX Units 1 and 2 side by side, and under this 3 EQ rotaries each with a center notch. Beneath this is the Mix FX rotary again with a center notch, and below this the Mix FX on button. Under this is no headphone cue button, and below this is the channel fader and level meter. Centered below the 4 channel strips is the cross fader. The 4 channels from left to right are for Deck C, Deck A, Deck B and Deck D. On the front edge of the S4 from left to right are 5 3-position slide switches. The first to select the cross fader curve. The next 4 to assign each channel to either the left or right side of the cross fader or bypass the cross fader. To the right these is the microphone input and 2 earphone sockets. If you found this useful, please like, share and subscribe.